Galnet News Update, 10th of May, 3309. The 8 Maelstroms that form the nucleus of the Thargoid invasion each contain a Thargoid mothership, the destruction of which may be the key to halting the invasion. Since Thargoid pulse wave neutralizers became available yesterday, many hundreds of commanders have successfully made the journey to the still core of the Maelstroms. What they found appears to be a huge ship with an internal docking bay, or possibly an interdimensional portal through which Thargoid interceptors and hunters can pass with ease, but which are, at least so far, impenetrable by human ships. Aegis has refused to confirm that these are the so-called Thargoid hive ships that have been talked about for so many years, but it seems indisputable that the function that these ships are performing is that of a mothership, and that the Thargoids currently waging a war against humanity are coming from these ships. It also appears indisputable that the Thargoid structures found in the Pleiades and in Hit 22460, where Salvation built his Proteus wave, are crashed motherships. The reverse side of the ships in the Maelstroms have just the same layout as these ancient sites, so when he fired the Proteus wave, Salvation was waking up a long-dead Thargoid hive ship and giving it the means to transmit back to all the other hive ships details, information about what humanity, in the person of Salvation, had done. The hive ships have turreted cannons or lasers of some sort and bear a striking marking similar to that seen on other Thargoid ships. They are able to self-heal, a process that releases a network of curving blue light beams, which is astonishingly beautiful. They are accompanied by interceptors and hunter Thargoids and by caustic seed mines, which are similar to the caustic generators found on the fringes of the Maelstrom. The environment is not inherently dangerous, and it appears that new materials can be blasted, possibly abraded off the surface of the hive ship. Cold-running ships can remain close to the hive ship without detection for some time. Aegis has warned commanders that entering the Maelstrom is inherently dangerous, with much that is not yet understood. Combat is possible, using non-Guardian weapons such as AX multicannon, but is likely to prove fatal. Escape from the Maelstrom is possible, as long as commanders have at least a couple of rounds of caustic sinks in their launchers left over. An assessment of what has been found in the Maelstrom and of what we can or should do to make use of what we learned is expected from Aegis within the next week. Meanwhile, commanders competent in on-foot power-up missions and who are willing to take on the scavenger-like Thargoid patrols at abandoned bases in Thargoid-controlled systems are encouraged to take missions from the in-ship mission menu in Thargoid alert and attacked systems. Their actions, should they be successful, will benefit both the system from which they took the mission and the system containing the base. It is possible to complete such missions using stealth, but for a full frontal assault, a well-engineered plasma weapon can effectively take on the Thargoid Revenant patrols quite effectively.